Yo, so I got a story to tell you because I have a tutoring session starting in around 14 minutes, and I thought it would be sick to actually video document this and use it as a way to continue getting better at storytelling. So the other day, I'm at the university, right? I'm with my friend, and me and him were going to have some food, right, inside the dining commons. So here we are, we're eating our food, we're enjoying it and everything, and I'm telling him about a little personal goal or challenge I've had. See, since university has started, I had this little goal of mine that every day I would try and compliment at least 3 people. And what this would do is, for one, potential starting a conversation with people. 2, step out of my comfort zone a lot because I haven't been able to do that since I got COVID and brain fog and everything. And number 3 is that it's a good way to make other people feel happy. And by making other people feel happy, I'm feeling happy too. So I'm like, alright, cool. This is a great challenge. It's only positive, it's only supportive, and it's only constructive, right? So during this lunchtime, me and my friend, we're chatting, we're having fun and everything. And I kid you not, bro, I saw the most beautiful, gorgeous girl I've ever seen in my life. Dude, she was absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning. And she walked into the comments, and me and my friend were walking another way. And I have this little spidey sense in my head that I saw her in the corner of my periphery, not even clearly. And I put my hand next to my friend. I'm like, whoa, bro, that girl is super pretty. So he's like, what are you talking about? We're looking around, don't see anyone. So I'm like, hold on. So we walked the other way, and bro, she went around this condiment section, and then she walked past us. And I looked to him, I'm like, dude, bro, you don't understand. Her eyes, bro, they were so pretty. Anyways. Okay, so I'm editing the video right now. I'll put up some of my drawings on the screen, but just to give you an idea of how she looked right? I have a few drawings that I'm not gonna say resemble her exactly, but just imagine somebody not super tall, but also somebody that's really fit. She has long hair. She had really nice eyes, honestly. But she was just super pretty, okay? Model S tier, legendary card pull. that phrase is a joke between me and my friend, but yeah, she was just absolutely gorgeous. So now we go back to where we're sitting down, we're chatting, and we're continue talking and everything. And in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, bro, this would be the perfect chance for the omega compliment, right? The omega top of the top points right here, so high that my hand wasn't even on screen. That's how good of a idea was in my head, that instead of just going to her and complimenting her on how good her outfit looks, or I really like your bracelet, something like that. Instead, I would just go straight up to her and tell her that I thought she was super pretty. Anywhoosies, it's about time for us to go. And I looked at him and I'm like, hey man, would it be crazy if I went for the omega compliment here? And he goes, what do you mean, man? What's the omega compliment? And I'm like, well, for me to go and compliment that girl, because she was sitting probably I'm gonna say 12 feet or 18 feet away from us. So she wasn't in earshot at all. So he goes, yeah man, go ahead. So he stands by the thing and waits for me. So I start walking towards her, going and weaving between tables. And bro, when I tell you, this walk felt like if I was crossing 20 meters of land, bro. Oh my goodness. Each step I took, I was shaking slightly. And I was like, oh my gosh, wait, am I actually gonna do this? Plus, as I got closer and closer to her, I only realized that she was getting more and more pretty. And then the anxiety started to settle in. I'm like, yo, no shot, no way. But I still kept going because I'm like, all right, I've already walked half the way. It would be lame if I stopped here. And I was like, all right, come on, we got this, Rick. We got this. We're gonna build some confidence here, and we're also gonna make somebody else feel happy. What I was not expecting, however, is for me to actually get to her. She had her earbuds in her phone and everything. She was watching a video or texting someone, and she put everything down just to look me in the eyes and listen attentively. Which, I mean, generally speaking, that's just respect. That's not something that should be crazy. But I'm sure if you're watching this, you're probably into self-improvement or all that, or you just want to hear a story. And you could probably agree with this, that generally speaking, whenever you go to talk to somebody, everybody's so obsessed and into their phones that they're not really paying attention to the environment. And whenever somebody compliments somebody, and I'm sure like guys that are watching this video that have complimented a girl before, they can kind of relate to this. You compliment someone and they kind of like brush it off. They're like, oh, thank you, and then they just move on past it, right? Well, for one, I told this girl like straight up, I thought she was absolutely gorgeous, right? And she like put her hand over her heart, said like thank you in like the most heartfelt way possible. Like you could tell it actually meant something to her, and she actually listened to what I was saying and took a moment of time to pay attention to me. And I don't know the exact word to describe it, but just off that interaction, you could tell the character that she has, right? So she didn't have such a high ego that she's like, oh yeah, let me just brush this off. Or she didn't continue doing what she was doing. She took time to listen to somebody, right? And she actually appreciated it. And she made me feel like if she actually heard what I said and appreciated it. So honestly, I'm like shaking. My knees are like hitting the wiggly or whatever. I don't know what that's called, but I think it's called the wiggly. So now it's not super obvious or anything, but I leave after I say that. I tell her I hope she has a good rest of her day. I meet back up with my friend and we start to leave the commons area. Because me and him, we have like to go to my class because he's walking me over there. But first he has to go to his dorm to drop some stuff off. So we're about to leave and we realize, yo, I need to throw away my napkin because I don't want to put it on the like tray thing to have the cleaning people throw away the napkin for me. I want to be able to do it for myself. I don't want them to do that because that just feels rude. So we say, alright, let's go throw it away. So we start walking. But what we did not expect was as we walk around the corner, she's coming towards us. So now at this point, I'm low-key kind of blushing, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm flustered because 2 seconds ago, we were just talking about the girl. And now she's coming our direction. So I'm like, oh my gosh, in my head. She like looks over at me, like smiles and waves. And bro, the butterflies I felt, like, I'm not gonna show my feet because I'm not wearing socks. But my feet are low-key kicking, remembering it. So she smiles and waves and I smile and wave too. And then she walks past us and I look towards my friend. I'm like, no way. And now if you couldn't tell by my reaction there, bro, I was pumped. I was super happy. Back to the point I just made, right? It shows so much of her character because it wasn't like she was awkward about seeing me the second time. And honestly, me personally, I might have reacted a little bit awkwardly too if she didn't do that. But she actually approached the situation, waved to me and smiled and everything. And she was like actually happy too. So like I'm freaking out and I'm like, dude, we need to hurry up and like dip. We need to make like a chip and dip from this place because no shot do I want to have another like interaction. Like not in a bad way, but like now, I get super flustered. Like I'm kind of getting flustered now telling the story. I didn't want to like embarrass myself because when I get flustered, I tend to do something dumb on accident. Like I would make a terrible blunder or I would trip or something. Like it's not good. So we start leaving. And we see through the window as we leave that she's starting to leave too. And we're like, okay, we need to hurry up and get to this guy's dorm so I could head over to my class. Because at the same time, we're talking about, and I didn't want to seem like I was talking behind her back or anything. So we finally enter through the door to go into this dorm building. And we see that she goes down another way. Now, as she's going down another way, we assume that she's going to class. And we're inside this like lobby area of his apartment complex zone. We're like, dude, oh my gosh, that was insane. And we press the elevator button and the elevator isn't working. It's out of order. But we need to go up to like a floor that's higher than the one that we're currently on because we need to go to his dorm. So we start walking down the hallway and my friend, he goes, hey man, there's another elevator that we have access to. I don't have my ID, so there's a very small chance that we can get into it because you need to scan the ID to get in. But if we can make it there, and if somebody happens to be walking through, we can go into the elevator. So we start walking down the hall. We turn one corner, turn another corner. It's like we're in the Maze Runner. We're zooming back and forth. We finally get to the door and we see this girl. She pushes the door, but the door's almost closing. And my friend, he puts his hand on the door, barely saves it, and we're able to go in. So we start entering the elevator. Well, not the elevator. We enter through the door, and now we're met with this corridor. There's probably like 10 steps from the door to the elevator, and it's in a corner, a very small corner. You wouldn't know this exists unless if you know it exists, right? So we start walking down the corridor. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. This dude in a sick suit starts appearing out the corner. And in my head, I'm like, oh, bet. I'm gonna get my second compliment too? This is sick. Like, I'm winning right now. Versus the girl, now it's this dude. Oh, this couldn't get better. We step into the elevator. Tell me why. There is like 6 people in this elevator. It's packed. And now I'm like kind of standing up against the door because I'm the last person to enter. I don't even live in this dorm. Nobody else knows that. But I'm like, okay, I don't want to like take up too much space. So I'm kind of in the corner. Tell me why. I look in front of me and the girl is here too. She's in this elevator that you wouldn't know exists. So now I'm like, I'm like covering my mouth and everything. Maybe, I don't really remember, but I was flustered and blushing and everything. So I look over towards the light to the like floor that's pressed. And I see it's 5. I look over to my friend. I'm like, hey man, so what floor was your dorm on again? This dude, he goes, oh yeah, I think it was like floor 5. Brother, 5 is the only one selected. So I'm like, oh wow, that's crazy. That's the only floor that's chosen. Huh. And then I look over at the girl and I don't really remember her reaction. But now in my head, I'm like, dude, there's no way. There's no way this is happening. And now the door closes and I know my fate is sealed. A few seconds pass at this point and I'm like thinking, my thoughts are running. So somebody else presses 4 and we managed to get off early because my friend goes, hey, let's just go ahead and get out now and go up the stairs. So we walk out and when I tell you, like this is where my friend was as we walked down the hallway out of the other corridor and I hit him with the, like, I'm like, dude, no shot. And he goes, like, this is why I had that reaction. He goes, the moment we step out of earshot and the door closes, he goes, yeah, bro, I was just playing with you. I'm not even on floor 5, I'm on floor 3. Bro, he had me shaking and terrified. Anywhoosies, yeah, after that event, my friend, because he lives on campus, kind of, he has seen her like 8 times since that event. I haven't seen her once. My schedule hasn't aligned 1 time. So now, like, that's like the story of the girl. I think it was a sick story. And hopefully I see her again, but that's the story time for the day. Also, final note, you might be wondering why I keep referring to her as the girl. I forgot to ask her for her name. I hope y'all have a good one, and I'll see y'all next one. Peace.